So I'm just so salty right now for multiple reasons. So salty right now. I'm supposed to be leaving tomorrow at like 5 a.m. to go to a conference in Georgia. And one person has backed out completely of going, and the other person now is just not going to drive anymore suddenly. So the plans we had of being able to switch up between 3 of us driving 14 hours, I now get to drive by myself. I now get to pay for the hotel room for 4 nights by myself, and on top of that, the member who was eligible for reimbursement through the university is the one who dropped out of going, so now none of us are being reimbursed for our travel expenses, our stay, or our presentation/registration fees, which was the only reason we were going, was because the university was reimbursing us in the first place. I'm really salty. Really salty. And I'm a really chill, laid-back person, so I'm always like really cool with everything. Like, I don't blame the person who backed out for the reason they want to back out. You know, their feelings are their feelings, and I can't blame them at all for that. And 100% the person who did back out, like, she's not a master's student. She doesn't have to do this for a living for academia. She doesn't have to present at conferences to try to get a job to be a professor at a college. Like, as soon as she graduates with her undergraduate degree, that's it. She's done. She's just gonna go get a job, and have that be that. So, you know, I don't hold anything against her at all. And so, like, I just have all of this undirected anger because I'm angry at the situation, but not like the person or people who made the situation come about, because like a good amount of the time it's not actually their fault. They're not purposely trying to do it or trying to be shitty, which is the same thing for this schoolie situation. Like, I am so fucking pissed at this. This is the 5th time somebody stood me up, but I'm pretty sure they're a European organization, and we all know what's happening in Europe right now, and so there's a little part of me at the back of my head like, are you sure you deserve to be pissed off? Because what the fuck if they were based out of Ukraine? And that's why nobody's fucking coming to the meetings. So, I'm really mad at several situations right now, but I also feel guilty being mad at those situations because I can't be mad at the people in the situations, if that makes sense. Or, like, I guess I could be, but it would be very unfair to them, and to me, like, it doesn't seem purposeful or like it'll solve anything to be mad at the people who happen to be also in this same situation that I am, just at a different perspective of it or point of it, so. But yay, road trip. Let's start packing, I guess. Alright, so this is the rest of my regular hygiene products. Most of it is skincare / facial care, as you can see. Face care, Curology, still use it, love it. Only reason I don't have terrible cystic acne. My ginseng eye cream, but I also have this eye butter that I use, well, will be using in the morning. Normally I use the Eye Awaken gel in the morning. But on trips, I use the butter. I also didn't bring my serum, but I normally have a vitamin C serum also. Need some more rich, moist, soothing cream. I gotta buy some from Glow Atlier. Gotta get me some from B. My toner. This is actually just for my hair gets ridiculously dry, so I have a leave-in hair mask. This is my hair care product. Otherwise, these 3 are my hair care necessities. The hotel usually has shampoo and conditioner, so I'm not going to bother bringing any because I am going to a hotel. Otherwise, I would also have smaller versions of shampoo and conditioner, and also some environmentally friendly shampoo and conditioner in case I did have to shower outdoors. Toothbrush and toothpaste. This is my SPF, actually, and then this is just an all-over body lotion, and then this is my regular daily pill regimen. It looks like a lot. It kind of is. There are 5. You may notice there are actually only 4 in there. That's because I ran out of allergy pills. Gotta get myself some more allergy pills. Otherwise, that's my spastic colon pill, my GERD pill. It's a vitamin D supplement because of my vitamin D deficiency. And then a pill for my migraines. So, woo, that's why there are so many. But instead of bringing bottles and bottles and bottles of pills, I've just got my week laid out for me, and that should be more than enough until I get home. And yeah, I just have to stop at the pharmacy and grab some more Zyrtec to put in there. Yeah, as you can see, Gabby approves. Just checking out all of the packing things. She approves of it all. You know how when you're already kind of salty about something, even the tiniest little thing can threaten to set you off? Well, here's the tiny little thing that's trying so very hard to set me off, but I'm refusing to allow it. This cord plugs into a little black box that allows me to get my fucking videos off of the SD card that is in that GoPro and onto my computer. I have the cord, but I couldn't tell you where the little black box is that's supposed to be hooked up to my desktop and sitting on my desk and in no other place ever, so there really shouldn't be a reason it is missing. I have searched this house, the whole house. It's not hard. I live in a tiny house. I've friggin' searched everywhere. I have no idea where the little friggin' black box that plugs into the other side of this is. I also can't physically move any of the furniture to find it because of my back injury, and Mark is at work. But yes. So, this is how I actively negate that. You know what? That's fine. I just won't edit any of my Georgia videos until I'm already home. And Mark has moved all the furniture trying to find it. I will still film with my GoPro, but I'll film primarily with my camera, this camera that I think actually I didn't set up to film right. Oh no. Alright, there we go. Now it's in the correct orientation. Oh, whatever. It's fine. This is fine. This is fine. Anyway, this is like the haul of equipment I was gonna bring with to, Georgia to film for the conference. I was gonna bring my GoPro. That's just a box of random GoPro accessories, like one of those Amazon boxes of like 37 GoPro accessories. That is actually one of them from there. I'm gonna stuff it in there. That's also one of them from there. No, I lied. This one came with the GoPro. This is the actual GoPro case. Yeah. But otherwise, super special extra hint. The only reason I was able to get this GoPro, this is the GoPro Black, it's the waterproof one, was because I was a student, or am a student still technically, but at the time I bought it I was a student and I got like a ridiculous discount because I'm a student. I don't know if GoPro still does student discounts, but if you've been wanting a GoPro and it's been like way too expensive, go check out whether or not the student discount does anything for you. Because for me, oh! Because for me, it gave me like $200 off and I was able to afford a GoPro. It was great. Boom. This is just a cleaning kit. That is a brush that twists up. That's for my dash cam. That's just a USB plug-in circle light. This is my hard drive that has everything on it, so that I can still at least edit videos whose footage is already on there. And I guess I can edit anything I film off my phone, like this right here, but I won't be able to film any of the scenic, beautiful stuff. It's fine. It's fine. Anyway, 2 selfie sticks. This one's for my GoPro, and this one's for my phone. This technically goes on the top of there and holds my phone, but the ring light, the base, does not at all support the weight of a phone. So I actually use this to put it on this tripod, because the original one for there may have accidentally gotten pulled apart by Mark while he was trying to take the phone off it. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. GoPro batteries and charger, of course, and then I'll stuff a good amount of that stuff in this little bag. And that's the book I'm gonna hope to finish reading on the trip. Yeah. Huzzah. So that is another thing. Oh, I think I'm speeding a lot, actually. Oh no, it's 55. Alright. No, I'm not. I'm not speeding that much. To be careful, because like it's very easy for me to just cruise, and like I get into driving, I really like driving, and so if I'm just cruising along and like enjoying my time, it's very easy for me to accidentally go much faster than I'm legally supposed to be going. So I try to always pay attention to how fast I'm going and what the speed limit is in the area, because there's a lot of cruising roads around the area I'm at right now. Roads where the speed limits are decently high, like 55 miles per hour, and you just cruise, you just go. There's no stop signs or stoplights. I'm excited to be going to this conference. I am going to the Sigma Tau Delta International Conference. This year it's being held in Atlanta, Georgia at the Sheraton Hotel. I'm really excited, actually. Everybody has told me that I will have a lot of fun and that this is a really good first conference for me to go to, that it's an easier conference, it's a more fun conference, it's not as formal, so I am super, super excited about that. I'm excited just to get the experience under my belt in general. Like I've said, I've never been to a conference before, so, you know, finally getting to go to one is something that I'm finding super exciting, because, you know, growing up as a kid and you watch the movies and they're like, oh, they've got her husband's going to a conference and blah for dentists or neurosurgeons or whatever. You know, it sounds so fancy, but it's kind of just a regular part of being in academic life or life in academia. So it's kind of like a stepping stone. Like, I feel like I'm really entering the world of academia because I'm freaking going to my first conference. And not only am I going to my first conference, I am presenting at my first conference. I'm very excited about it. You have no idea. Sorry, we just had a work zone speed limit, so I'm slowing down and making sure that I'm paying attention. It doesn't look like there's any road work being done, but just in case, you know, be aware. Save some road worker lives by not being a jackass. Yeah, so I'm really, really, really excited for the conference. I'm presenting a paper that I wrote on age segregation in the school systems, and about how we should be figuring out how to put children in classes based on their actual learning ability rather than whatever age they were born. It is 3:39 in the morning. I am just past Nashville, Tennessee. I am not quite yet to Chattanooga, though. I only have actually about 2.5 more hours until I'm in Atlanta, but as I already said, it is 3:39 in the morning, so I should probably stop driving. So I am laying down in my car. I have tucked a blanket up in the windows just to block off the light from this area, because there's a very inconsiderate BMW, there was a very inconsiderate BMW that like pulled up sideways in the parking lane so that his lights were shining literally directly at me while I'm trying to lay here and sleep. Like, I was so angry. So I made like a big huff about putting my blanket up in the window, and I even was like, gotta put my blanket up because people are rude! And their windows were open, and my windows were open, so I hope they heard me. But yeah, I just wanted to give you an update. This side is all still wide open, and there is technically that light there, but I only have the 2 small blankets, and I actually even already stopped at a fucking rest stop, not a rest stop, but a truck stop, and bought that, and it's way too big for my windshield. It's definitely meant for a truck's windshield, but it's fine. I have something. It's blocking out the light. I'm gonna turn my head over towards this area. I'm gonna put a show on my phone. I'm actually leaving my car running, even though, I don't even know why I said even though. I'm leaving my car running because, not even though, definitely need sleep. I'm leaving my car running because it is actually pretty warm in Tennessee, and I tried falling asleep with just the windows cracked to give me some fresh air. And the noise pollution was just a little too heavy. I don't know if you can see out the back window there, but like legitimately the rest stop is full of semi trucks. Like all of the parking spots were so full that one semi had like pulled up along the side, and literally the tail end of his fucking semi is like blocking the area for the cars to get in. I had to literally drive like off the road onto the shoulder to get around his tail just to get into the car parking area of the rest stop. So unfortunately the noise pollution is just a little bit too much to sleep through, but I'm just gonna leave the car running. It's a hybrid, so it won't waste hardly any gas. Oh, sorry, it's a hybrid, so it won't waste hardly any gas. It'll run in EV mode most of the evening. It'll just kick on every once in a while to recharge the battery. I have a full tank of gas and a more than halfway full battery, so I should be fine. I'm going to leave my phone plugged in, and I'm going to turn on the middle and pass the fuck out, hopefully. I always feel like I'm so super tired when I'm driving, and then I lay down and I'm supposed to be falling asleep, and my body's just like, hey, you know what we're not gonna do? That's right, fall asleep.